Hey, awesome ones. So last week it was Bill's turn to talk about his 10 favorite movies of all time.
And they're still my favorite movies.
Yeah, and this time it's my turn, so I can't wait to talk to you about them. And if you missed Bill's 10 favorite movies, I'm going to put a link on the end screen for you, and you can watch it at the end of this.
And it all starts in just a few seconds.
Now, just before I get into my favorites, remember that you can buy these movies online, DVDs, or also what you could do is probably tonight you can stream them.
Oh, yeah.
Or there's all different ways that you can stream movies these days. So, and the other thing, this is not the video that we did on the 10 great movies for people over 50.
No.
If you saw that recently, this is not that video. But if you missed that one, I think most of them were comedies. They were. There's a lot of funny ones in there, and hey, don't we need this right about now? So what we'll also do is we'll put a link for that at the end of this video as well on the end screen.
And we're using some older footage here, so I apologize. The sound quality might not be that great or what you're used to seeing from us now, but here goes.
Well, I don't think a lot of people have heard about my number one movie, but it is called Regarding Henry.
Oh, great movie.
Great movie. And, you know, I was really surprised when I met you that you even knew about this movie. It stars Harrison Ford. We talk about rags to riches. This is riches to rags.
Yeah. Riches to maybe not rags, you know.
Yeah, but what happens to him is...
well, don't give it away.
but anyway, I just want to... without giving it away, it's one of those stories where... Lamborghinis and Rolex watches and all this stuff that people accumulate, thinking that if they accumulate all this stuff, they're going to be happy. And the story is really about realizing that those are really not what makes a life and what makes happiness.
Well, yeah, exactly. What you truly love and value in life. I mean, hey, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with having, you know, a Rolex watch or, you know, a big expensive car, not at all. But you've got to know where your priorities are.
That's what I was going to say.
You know, I mean, I always said to Heather, and this is another shocker coming from me, Heather, it's just a car. What?
No, it's true.
You know, as much as I love a nice car, you know, if something happened to it, fine. But if something happened to her or a little hurricane or our kids, that's a completely different thing. So... it's all about the message, I think, in that movie.
That was it.
If you agree,
absolutely.
you know?
Absolutely. And I'm putting that on my Christmas list because I don't have that movie. I want to see it over and over again. The next movie that I have here, you're going to probably find a trend with me because I'm really rags to riches. I love these.
Well, you're very inspirational, too.
Yeah, I love inspiration. And maybe this is where I get the whole sharing of inspirational things and that. You know, from a lot of what I read, a lot of what I listen to, even YouTube videos that I watch a lot of. But this one, Pursuit of Happiness. True story. True story.
Based on a true story.
Made by Hollywood. But it was a great one with Will Smith. And his actual son was in this one as well. Yeah. And that was definitely a rags to riches.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, that's exactly right.
Yeah, and I'm not giving it away because I think most people know about the movie, but no, that one was a great movie. So the next one I have here, this one's a weird one to have on my list, is Limitless. And again,
another good movie.
You're seeing a bit of a trend here, but what I liked about this movie, I mean, it had a lot of dark areas in it as well, but Robert De Niro, Bradley Cooper, was that the human brain, like what we're capable of it, and that's what everybody sees movies through a different way, and that's one of the things that I love about this movie is potential, you know, and kind of rags to riches too, that one.
Very good movie.
All right, so the next one on my list is Joy.
Love it too.
Another true story, right? This is his true story, I mean, Hollywood. And it was Jennifer Lawrence, Robert De Niro, Bradley Cooper again. And no, I don't have a crush on Bradley Cooper. But this was a great story. And she was one of those home network shopping kind of people. And also what I loved about her was she was really family oriented. She really tried so hard to help her family, love her family, and I really resonated with all that, and you know, like helping out people in our family and all that sort of thing. So and she did it at her own cost. I'm not saying you have to give everything that you have up for other people. You need to love yourself as well. But great story there. Great story.
Yeah, good choice so far.
Yeah. So the next one that I absolutely laugh out loud is Turner and Hooch. And it's about a dog, Hurricane. It's about this big dog, and Tom Hanks is in it. The first time I saw it, I couldn't stop laughing. I just thought this was so hilarious. And I remember I went over to your mom's house one day, and I was kind of watching her. You had to go somewhere with your brother. And I turned it on, and I just couldn't stop laughing. And I think she thought there was something wrong with me, because she was saying, "Are you okay? Like, you're laughing an awful lot." And I'm sorry, I've seen the movie like 6 times, and I still laugh out loud. So Turner and Hooch is a really great movie. The other thing is that the other day, I said to Bill, one day I want to go to an actual movie theater. And what movie did you say? It was an animated movie with superheroes.
Oh, The Incredibles?
The Incredibles, too. And I went, no way, you want to take me to see that? I would love to see that. Like, how many guys over 50 take their wife out and say, let's go see an animated movie? It was just fantastic.
But it's one of those animated movies that is geared towards adults.
Yeah.
You know, the humor, especially the humor that's dated maybe back in the 70s and 80s, that, you know, we would get more than a kid.
It was great.
Oh, loved it.
We go to the late shows when we see that, though, so there's not 20,000 kids there just screaming and yelling and throwing their popcorn and stuff like that. But no, that was a great movie. And, you know, Bill, we go and see The Fast and the Furious. Remember that time we went and the chairs all moved in the theater? And so we do see the testosterone movies. Definitely, we do that too. But about a week ago, we saw Christopher Robin.
Yeah, Heather mentioned that.
And Christopher Robin, I love. I'm a big fan of Tigger, but it was so amazing. And Pooh had all these messages. So if you ever see it, listen to Pooh. He's the bear. And that was really great. It wasn't really on my list, but I wanted to mention it. Number 7, of course, has to be Titanic, because that was on
my list.
I know, well, I stole it. But the first movie Bill took me to, this was our first date movie, Day of the Jackal. And it was, there's a lot of gore and shoot 'em ups and stuff like that. So I think I'm going to not call Day of the Jackal my big romantic movie. Titanic's definitely there, so that's on my list. Number 8 is Forrest Gump for me.
Another classic.
The first, I'll tell you something. First time I saw Forrest Gump, I thought it was so sad. I thought it was kind of sad. I didn't get it. I didn't really get it. And then people kept saying, you know, oh my God, you didn't get it? Like, you should watch it again. So I watched, of course, it's on television like 100 times. So I watched it again, and then I started to get it. I really started to get that there was a lot of messages in there. The humor, it wasn't really making fun of somebody. It really was
it was great.
I mean, I just felt sensitive, I think, the very first time I saw it. So, and some of you might feel that way watching some movies, but now that I've seen it, I realize that it is a beautiful story of, especially with your brother, what a lot of people can do who have challenges. And I mean, it was a Hollywood story, but it still really, really inspires me, and inspires me in a way that when I do see people like your brother, I know he's a wonderful human being, and very, very proud of your brother. Really am. Okay, next one. The Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
Classic.
Well, and again, this is the 2000s version with Ben Stiller. I think they made it back in the 50s or something like that.
The original one, yeah.
But this movie, it's about ordinary people, and let's face it, 99% of the world ordinary people and living their lives, but how wonderful each and every human being out there is, and how you might think, oh, I'm just me and this sort of thing, but you touch people. You know, you really touch people, whether you're a fantastic mother, a fantastic father, a fantastic teacher, or employee, or whatever. He was an employee, and it's just.
Well, if you know the story of The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, he was like a mild-mannered guy that dreamt about himself as the hero in all these different scenarios, you know, a fighter pilot and so on and so on. But to me, the message of this was, you are already a hero in what you do in your daily life. You just don't see it, and that's why I loved it. And the other thing I loved about that movie, just before we move on to next, the soundtrack.
I knew he was going to say that.
Soundtrack. You've got to check it out. It's just wonderful. I think so anyways, but you've got to check it out.
And we have that on our iPod.
We
played
did.
it quite a bit.
Yep.
Okay, and so last but not least for me is The Matrix. Boy, does this sound great with woofers and speakers. If you've got surround sound, oh my gosh, this is great. Again, another, and I know there was a whole series of this, but it was another kind of those movies where, I don't even know how to explain it. It was kind of...
It was cutting edge at the time because of all the, you know...
Yeah.
slow motion / special effects.
Yeah.
It really was.
And I also found, too, that sometimes, do you take the red pill or do you take the blue pill? Sometimes we do have a choice there.
That's right.
And from, you know, The Most Amazing Life in the World or reality, and, you know, he chose reality. Again, I'm not giving much away, but I don't know. Do you find that I'm kind of deep with a lot of these stories? Like, Bill's just like, oh, wow, look at that scene. And I'm like, let me just dissect this a little bit because, anyway, but that's what I love to do. So let's talk about documentaries.
Right.
All right. So to me, the best documentary, and I'm not the only one that said this, is an Academy Award winner from 2012. And I have the t-shirt on too. Searching for Sugarman. Now, we can't tell you a lot about this doc, but Bill and I love docs. We love history.
Yeah, great documentary.
Searching for Sugarman, if you get a chance to watch it right till the end. It is a true story that will blow your mind.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. So just wanted to mention that. Also, documentaries, Planet Earth. I think this is a BBC. Unbelievable. You know, how they look at our Earth.
Yeah, just the video, the photography they've done in making it was stunning.
Yeah, so, you know, definitely take a look at, and you want to watch it over and over again. And, you know, it's just amazing. They go into the oceans and they'll show different clips from different things. So it's just amazing. The other thing I want to say is, do you have some favorite TV shows that you used to watch? Maybe even from the past. Like Bill and I, we love The Twilight Zone. And these are all broken into the complete second season and that sort of thing. We actually marked down which ones we've watched. And you can watch like 30 minutes of these things at a time. You know, those times where you got 30 minutes or you maybe have an hour, but you don't want to watch TV all night. And boy, these ones get you thinking as well. So there you have it. And we might as well bring somebody else into the picture here because usually... Hey, Hurricane!
You need a haircut again soon, maybe?
Usually little Hurricane, he's curled up on the couch with us when we're sitting back and watching movies, and he's kind of enjoying them with us. And of course, we enjoy all of our subscribers. And remember that Tuesdays are inspirational, food, travel, all that sort of thing. And then, of course, Fridays are beauty and fashion. And I don't know, it's just, we love to share this with you. This is kind of like a fireside chat, and we thought, let's just share with people. And we're looking forward to seeing those comments. We really want to know.
Let us know.
Yeah,
let us know what you loved, what you thought of our choices. Yeah.
That's great. So I guess until the next time we speak again, enjoy those cold, rainy, awful days.
Right.
Cozy up, enjoy a movie, and keep it awesome.
Keep it awesome.